I have been wanting to live off-grid for many years. When I say off-grid, I don't mean without electricity or water. What I mean is not connected to the utility companies. The downside to being connected to the grid is that they can charge you whatever they want. And if you can't pay it, they will shut off your utilities. And if you don't have water or electricity, your house could be condemned and you can't live there. You are really a slave to the utility companies. When I look at my electric bill, I notice that they actually raise the rates in the winter because they know we use more electricity in the winter. It's just a few cents per kilowatt, but it really adds up. So I wanted to share my adventure with you from the very beginning before I buy land. I want to share my frustrations because I think a lot of you also have those same frustrations. I only have about $30,000 to spend, and if I spend it all on land, I won't have anything left over to build a house. I have been looking for property in eastern Washington because I have family ties here. What I have found so far is slim pickings. In my price range, I would like to have at least 5 acres, but 20 acres would probably be ideal. The cheapest I found so far is about $14.50 per acre. You would think in this economy that people would want to be selling, so they had money to pay their own bills. But there is a limited amount of land and people are holding on to what they have. Here's what I found so far on Realtor.com. There's only 7 properties in all of Washington state that are under 33,000. Some of these are near the Canadian border, and one of them is in Yakima. One of my other must-haves is trees. There's not a lot of places in Washington where there are trees. Eastern Washington is considered high desert. It's very dry because of the rain shadow effect of the Cascade Mountains. The first one is in Tenasket. It's $23,500 for 6 acres, so that makes it almost $4,000 per acre. The next one is in Oroville. It's $29,000 for 10 acres, so that makes it about $3,000 per acre. Then we have a 20-acre lot in Omak for $29,000, and that's $14.50 per acre. There's another 20-acre lot in Oroville at the same price, and also a 5.5-acre lot for $29,000, but that's way too expensive. Then there's a 5-acre lot in Springdale for $29,500. That's about an hour and a half from Spokane. The other downside of northeastern Washington area is that it's north of the 48th parallel, so it gets cold and it gets a lot of snow. There is absolutely nothing available in southeastern Washington in my price range, and western Washington is even more expensive, like 2 or 3 times as expensive. One really important feature of the land that you have to look at is the zoning. If your new property is in an area that is recreation only, you won't be able to build your dream home. You don't want to spend your life savings on a piece of land only to find out you can't live there. And they won't tell you in the listing. You have to do some real work to find out. Sometimes you can go to the county assessor's website and look it up, but they don't always list the zoning. You can call the real estate agent, but can you really trust them? You might have to call the county and ask specifically about the lot number you are looking to buy. I did look at properties in British Columbia, but they are too expensive. I even looked at property in Ontario because there is a lot of land available there. I found a 153-acre parcel for $23,000, but that is a long way from Washington state, and it's in an incorporated area, so I would need to jump through a lot of hoops to build there, and that would cost extra for permits, and there's no guarantee the plans would be approved. So the search continues. Stay tuned.